Imagine an artillery shell that flies farther than most missiles. It hits harder and, well, it costs just a fraction of the price. India just tested the world's first ramjet-powered 155mm shell, blasting targets over 80 kilometers away with pinpoint accuracy. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a complete game changer that could, really rewrite modern warfare. This development, spearheaded by the Indian Army in collaboration with the Indian Institute of Technology Madras, underscores the country's push towards self-reliance in defense under the Atmanirbhar initiative. As of early 2026, with successful trials already conducted at Rajasthan's Pokhran field firing ranges, these shells promise to redefine artillery warfare by extending ranges, enhancing precision, and offering a cost-effective alternative to traditional munitions and missiles. Conventional artillery shells, like the standard 155mm rounds used by armies worldwide, rely on explosive propulsion from the gun barrel. Once fired, they follow a ballistic trajectory influenced by gravity, air resistance, and initial velocity. Typical ranges for these shells hover between 20 and 40 kilometers, depending on the gun system, such as the M777 howitzer or the indigenous advanced towed artillery gun system, also known as ATAGS. Enhancements like base bleed or rocket-assisted projectiles, commonly called RAP, can push this to about 50 kilometers, but they come with limitations. Added weight reduces payload, and the brief rocket burn doesn't sustain thrust over long distances. Enter ramjet technology, which is a form of air-breathing propulsion that has long-powered missiles like the Russian Kh-31 or the US AIM-120 variants. Unlike turbojets with compressors and turbines, ramjets are, simpler. They compress incoming air through high-speed forward motion, mix it with fuel, ignite it, and then expel hot gases for thrust. However, ramjets only activate at supersonic speeds, around Mach 2 or higher, so they need an initial boost, which in this case comes from a gun launch. Once engaged, the engine uses atmospheric oxygen as an oxidizer, eliminating the need for heavy onboard oxygen tanks. This makes ramjet shells lighter and more efficient than rocket-assisted ones, since they don't carry all their propellant from the start. In India's ramjet shell, the design integrates this engine into a standard 155mm projectile, allowing retrofitting onto existing artillery systems without major modifications. The shell accelerates out of the barrel to supersonic velocities where the ramjet intake scoops air, compresses it via the shell's shape, and sustains thrust by burning solid fuel. This prolonged propulsion flattens the trajectory, reducing drag and enabling ranges of 70 to 80 kilometers, which is, a 30 to 50% increase over conventional shells. Some projections even suggest up to 150 kilometers, with further refinements rivaling short-range ballistic missiles. The development timeline highlights India's innovation prowess. Initiated by IIT Madras's Aerospace Engineering Department, the project received funding from the Army Technology Board. By mid-2025, the Indian Army fast-tracked the program amid global races for similar tech, with operational readiness eyed for 2027 to 2030. This indigenous effort not only reduces import dependency, but also positions India as a potential exporter of advanced munitions. So, why is this a game changer? First, the extended range allows artillery units to strike deep into enemy territory while remaining safely beyond counterfire reach. In scenarios like border skirmishes with China or Pakistan, Indian forces could target supply lines, command centers, or airfields from 80 kilometers away, outranging most adversaries' artillery. This shifts the balance in high-altitude or mountainous terrains, where mobility is key. Second, speed. Ramjet shells achieve supersonic velocities, reducing flight time and making them harder to intercept by anti-artillery systems. Third, cost efficiency. At a fraction of missile prices, shells cost thousands, missiles millions. They provide missile-like capabilities without the expense, enabling mass deployment. Logistically, artillery units can carry more shells than bulky rockets, easing resupply in prolonged conflicts. Broader implications extend to global military doctrines. Nations like the United States and Norway have explored ramjet artillery, but India's lead could inspire a new arms race in extended-range munitions. For India, it bolsters deterrence along contested borders, aligns with multi-domain operations, and fosters technological spin-offs in aerospace. Thanks for watching. If you found the video insightful, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.